Welcome to the very first episode of The Courageous Exchange, this space where bold leadership meets mindful conversations and where we push past limiting beliefs to step into our full potential. I'm Deb Carville, and I'm so excited to have you here. This podcast is about real leadership moments, the kind that challenge us, make us uncomfortable, and ultimately help us grow. I'll be sharing insights, coaching strategies, and yes, some personal stories to help you lead with courage, clarity, and confidence. And today we're kicking things off with a big one: owning your accomplishments. If you ever downplayed your success because you didn't want to sound arrogant, brushed off a compliment with, "Oh, it was nothing," or maybe you struggled to clearly articulate your impact without feeling awkward, then this episode is for you. Because here's the truth: if you can't confidently talk about your value, you can't expect others to recognize it. Today, we'll cover why so many of us struggle to take ownership of our accomplishments, how to reframe your mindset and tell your success story with confidence. And I'll even leave you with a guided coaching exercise to help you rewrite your narrative without guilt or hesitation. But first, let's start with a story. I want to share a personal story, a moment when I realized the power of owning my success. I was tasked with project managing a high-profile event. We started with a small core team, and I was the only one with relevant event planning experience, so I took charge. I built robust plans and executed them with precision. I created a minute-by-minute run of show and ensured flawless execution. I worked closely with each presenter to ensure they felt supported and really helping them refine their presentations and speaking notes, keeping them aligned with the event theme. I built relationships and trust, showing kindness, one of my superpowers, to make sure everyone knew that they were set up for success. I handled every logistical detail, from how speakers would arrive at the event space, where they needed to go upon arrival, and ensured they had my personal contact information for any last-minute concerns. I built these arrival times into their invites, sent detailed emails with everything they needed, and held multiple touch points, including a final dry run session so they could practice and ask questions before the big day. I even tapped into some hidden talents that fell outside of my usual role, creating engaging video montages, complete with voiceovers and music, showcasing real projects and success stories from across the organization. These videos were a huge hit. I received countless kudos for how they elevated the event's impact. The results? Over 600 attendees engaged in the event, a 90% plus satisfaction rating, and a day that ran so smoothly it seemed effortless to those watching. And then something happened. A senior leader approached me and said, "Deb, this event was a massive success because of you. Incredible work." And what did I say? "Thank you. It was a team effort." Now, I wasn't lying. Yes, I had people supporting me leading up to and the day of the event. But truthfully, without my plans, my leadership, and my execution, this event would not have been the success that it was. That moment hit me. Why was I brushing off my own success? Why was I afraid to say, "Thank you. I put in the work and I'm proud of what I accomplished"? The lesson: if you don't own your contributions, you minimize your impact. And if you don't believe in your value, why should anyone else? So why do we shrink in these moments? I've come up with 3 common reasons and what they might sound like. 1, fear of arrogance. May sound like, I don't want to sound full of myself. 2, imposter syndrome. What if I didn't actually earn this? Might go through your head. And number 3, cultural conditioning. For some of us, we've learned it's better to be humble and let others notice me. But here's something interesting. We don't seem to have any trouble bragging about the people we care about. Think about it. We proudly talk about how talented our employees are. We gush about our kids' achievements. We celebrate our friends' and family's milestones. We lift them up effortlessly. But when it comes to ourselves, we hesitate. What if we applied that same energy to our own accomplishments? Owning your achievements isn't arrogance, it's leadership. And if you don't advocate for your own work, who will? Let's take a mindful pause together. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Now, think about a time when you achieved something significant. Maybe it was a big project, a tough decision you navigated, or a team you led. How do you usually describe your role in that success? Do you downplay it, or do you confidently own your own contribution? What would change if you replaced "I just helped" with "I made this happen"? And here's something new. Say it out loud, right now. To yourself, maybe you'll look in the mirror, stand tall, take a power pose, and call upon your inner leader or even a leader you admire. Channel their confidence as you speak your big brag. Because when you own your success fully, you inspire others to do the same. That's it for today's first episode of The Courageous Exchange. If this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Send me a message, share your biggest takeaway, or better yet, tell me your big brag. And since I'm asking you to do this, I'll go first. Here's my big brag. This podcast. I've been thinking about launching The Courageous Exchange for a long time, and now I'm putting it out there into the world. My goal? To help leaders and professionals like you step into your confidence, own your story, and lead with courage. If you found value in this, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. And remember, leadership isn't about grand gestures. It's about small, mindful shifts that create big impact. Until next time, take a deep breath, trust yourself, and remember, you are your own best advocate. Speak it like you mean it.